If you like English blends, hell, even if you don't like English blends, if you like pipe tobacco in general, I highly recommend Boswell's Northwoods and Boswell's Countryside. I'm smoking Countryside right now. These have quickly become two of my favorite blends, and I ordered the North Side in bulk, and now I've got some Countryside coming. I ordered the Northwoods in bulk. Now I've got some Countryside coming, along with a few others. And I'll be honest, some days I like the Northwoods better. Some days I like the Countryside better. It's good stuff. Well, I'm kind of doing this just to test out this setup. I'm capturing audio from my iPhone. I know it'll work, but I'm trying to practice and get quick at a seamless, videography experience where I can kind of get this done quick. I figured out that I can actually just Bluetooth drop my audio to my computer. Even though it didn't used to let me do it because it was so outdated with the old drivers, I can do that now. I can Bluetooth drop my audio. I can't Bluetooth drop video. It gets all confused. And I just use the camera for audio. Unfortunately, it's an older camera, even though it's high quality. I can only record 1080p for 15 minutes and 4K at 10 minutes. I have to drop it down to 720 to get a 30-minute recording. And it's not necessary. I just like the idea of recording in higher quality. I could obviously just record with my phone, but practice, what have you. I'm smoking the hell out of this. Like a freight train. Anyways, I've got a couple of pipes coming. A couple of pipes coming from a pipe crafter whom I have followed for a while, and I've wanted one of his pipes for a while. So when that comes, I'll be sure to do a review on it. Got him at a really good price too. And I ordered a pound of Boswell's Countryside because this stuff is just so good. It's good. I'm still real new to this. I think it can take a decade or more to really hammer down what you like and what you don't like. I even hear people who've been smoking tobacco for a while, somewhere during their journey, and they're seasoned pipe tobacco aficionados. They'll change their mind halfway in the game. It's interesting how things will resonate with you differently at a different time, and that's the joy of pipe smoking. I don't think I'd ever be happy with a single desert island. That would get very boring very quick. Anyways, I figured I'd tell a quick story real quick. It's a true story. We've all heard of night terrors. When I was a kid, I used to have horrific night terrors. And I don't know, it must have been, I don't know how old I was. Anywhere between the age of 9 and 12. It was somewhere in there. I could have been younger. I may have been around 7 or 8. I really don't remember. 12 sounds too old. Okay, so I'm thinking it was more between the ages of around 7 and 10, somewhere in there. I think it was about between 7 and 10. And they would happen repeatedly. And it was basically a scenario where I would wake up in the middle of the night in my bed and I'd sleep with my door open. I didn't handle concepts of horror very well when I was a kid, even though I desired to watch scary movies. I used to love, watching The Exorcist or something to that degree. When I was a kid, even though it would terrify me and I'd have problems going to sleep, I still desired to watch it. I think a lot of kids are like that. But if you don't know, a night terror is when the science behind it, in my opinion, is probably malarkey, but maybe not. They say it has something to do with development, and at a young age, you hallucinate, you wake up hallucinating, seeing things, but the one key factor about night terrors is that the child is not supposed to remember it. I remember everything, and every one of them, and it must have happened anywhere between 4 to 6 times, but it was very specific. And I'm going to have to rush. I got 2 minutes. But basically, my mother would come in to comfort me because I was seeing a duplicate of my mother with a very long neck. And I'd see this monster run by, and I could hear its footsteps on the hardwood floor. And its head, it had a very long neck, and my mother's head would come racing around the corner into my room and up to my face. And it was talking to me. And this thing would absolutely terrify me, and it would terrorize me. And it's crazy because I see my real mother come in to show me comfort because I'm freaking out everybody, like my sister's puking. This went on long enough to where when I would go into these episodes, she'd start throwing up because it freaked her out. And it was the closest thing. Years later in my 20s, I Googled it. And there's a lore of a Japanese demon called Rokuro Rukubi or something. And apparently this thing was taking on the form of my mother. But I told my mother years later, I'm pretty sure that was demonic activity. And she said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I really had to rush that in towards the end because I got like 45 seconds. Anyways, food for thought. I still believe to this day, I'm positive that was a demonic entity, not a night terror. There's a lot of people who live with mental illness who actually have it. There's also a group of people that live with mental illness who, in my opinion, experience major demonic oppression or forms of possession. Food for thought. I know this was kind of heavy, but I don't have enough time to smooth out the edges. We're coming to an end. Tune in next week or something. I'll do some pipe reviews. Okay, ciao.